Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something. What does strength mean to you? Is it just physical power, the ability to lift something heavy or run farther than anyone else, or is it something deeper? Something that comes from within, built by challenges, forged by adversity, and shaped by moments when you had every reason to give up but chose not to. Strength isn't given to you, it's earned. It's cultivated, and it's something that can transform not just your life, but the lives of everyone around you. The truth is, strong people create good times. They don't sit back and wait for good times to come their way. They don't wait for the world to hand them happiness or success on a silver platter. They get up, they push forward, and they create it. Strength doesn't come from comfort zones. It comes from struggle, from pain, from moments of doubt when you look fear in the face and say, not today, you don't control me. Let's be honest, life isn't easy, is it? It's full of challenges, roadblocks, and moments that test you. But here's the beauty of it, all those challenges are the birthplace of strength. Without them, you stay the same. Without them, you stagnate. And let's be real, none of us were born to stay the same. We were born to grow, to evolve, and to step into the greatness that's waiting for us on the other side of fear. I think back to a time in your life when you faced something you thought you couldn't overcome. Maybe it was a personal loss, a failure, or a moment where everything felt like it was falling apart. You probably didn't know it at the time, but that was the universe giving you an opportunity to build your strength. Those moments are gifts, even though they don't feel like it at the time. They're opportunities to rise, to push beyond what you thought you were capable of, and to become stronger than you've ever been. The difference between people who create good times and people who don't is this: strong people see challenges not as obstacles, but as stepping stones. They don't ask, why is this happening to me? They ask, what can I learn from this? How can I grow? What's the gift in this pain? That shift in mindset is everything. Because when you decide to see challenges as opportunities, you take back your power. You're no longer a victim of your circumstances, you're the creator of your destiny. Now let me tell you something that most people don't realize. Strength isn't about doing it all on your own. It's not about being invincible or pretending like you don't need help. True strength is about vulnerability. It's about being willing to say, I don't have all the answers, but I'm committed to finding them. I'm willing to ask for help. I'm willing to learn. That's what makes strong people different. They don't let their ego get in the way of their growth. They're humble enough to learn, to adapt, and to keep moving forward no matter what. Strong people are leaders, and leadership isn't about a title or a position, it's about influence. It's about the way you show up in the world. When you're strong, you inspire others to be strong. When you face challenges with courage, you give others permission to do the same. And when you create good times for yourself, you set a ripple effect in motion. Because the truth is, we're all connected. Your strength doesn't just impact you, it impacts everyone around you. It creates a legacy. Let me be clear, creating good times isn't about avoiding pain or discomfort. It's about embracing it. It's about understanding that pain is a necessary part of growth. Think about it when you go to the gym, what do? You put stress on your muscles. You challenge them. You push them beyond what they're used to. And what happens? They grow stronger. The same is true for your mind, your spirit, and your character. If you want to grow, you have to be willing to endure some discomfort. You have to be willing to step into the fire and trust that you'll come out stronger on the other side. But here's the thing, strength isn't just about what you do in the tough moments. It's about what you do every single day. It's about your habits, your routines, and the choices you make when no one is watching. Strong people don't just show up when things get hard, they show up every day. They practice discipline. They focus on growth. They do the little things that seem insignificant in the moment but add up to something extraordinary over time. And let's talk about fear, because that's what holds so many people back. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of the unknown. But let me tell you something, fear is a liar. Fear tells you that you're not good enough, that you don't have what it takes, that you should play it safe. But here's the truth, everything you want is on the other side of fear. Strong people know this. They feel the fear and they do it anyway. They don't let fear dictate their actions. They use it as fuel to push them forward. If you want to create good times, you have to be willing to take risks. You have to be willing to fail, because failure isn't the opposite of success, it's part of it. Every strong person you admire, every person who's created something amazing has failed. They've fallen down, they've made mistakes, and they've faced setbacks. But they didn't let those failures define them. They used them as stepping stones to something greater. And let's not forget about gratitude, because that's a key ingredient in creating good times. Strong people don't focus on what's missing, they focus on what they have. They find reasons to be grateful, even in the midst of challenges. Gratitude shifts your perspective. It helps you see the opportunities in front of you. It reminds you that even when things are tough, there's always something to be thankful for. And when you focus on gratitude, you attract more good into your life. So how do you become one of those strong people who create good times? It starts with a decision. A decision to stop blaming your circumstances, stop waiting for someone else to save you, and start taking responsibility for your life. Because the moment you take responsibility, you take control. You become the creator, not the victim. And that's where your power lies. From there, it's about consistency. It's about showing up every day, even when you don't feel like it. It's about doing the hard things, the uncomfortable things, the things that scare you, because those are the things that will make you stronger. And as you grow stronger, you'll find that creating good times becomes second nature. It's no longer something you have to force, it's something you are. Remember, you have everything you need within you to create the life you want. You don't need anyone's permission. You don't need anyone to tell you that you're good enough, smart enough, or strong enough. You already are. The only thing standing between you and the life you want is the belief that you can have it and the willingness to do what it takes to create it. Strength is a choice, a daily decision to rise above what holds you back. Think about this when you wake up every morning. You have two options. You can either allow your circumstances to dictate your day, or you can take control and shape it. Strong people make the second choice every time. They don't wait for motivation to come knocking on their door, they create it. They understand that motion precedes emotion. That means even on the days when they feel tired, uninspired, or overwhelmed, they take action anyway. They know that action fuels progress and progress fuels confidence. Confidence is a byproduct of strength. It's not something you're born with, it's something you build by proving to yourself that you can overcome obstacles. Every time you push through a challenge, every time you take a step forward despite fear, you're adding another brick to the foundation of your confidence. And the stronger that foundation becomes, the more unstoppable you feel. But let me be clear, strength isn't about perfection. It's not about never making mistakes or always having it together. Strong people aren't perfect, they're persistent. They fall, but they get back up. They make mistakes, but they learn from them. They don't let failure define them, they let it refine them. That's the difference. They see failure as feedback, as a necessary part of the journey toward growth and success. One of the biggest misconceptions people have about strong individuals is that they never feel fear, doubt, or insecurity. That couldn't be further from the truth. Strong people feel those things just like everyone else, but they don't let them take over. They've learned to manage their emotions instead of letting their emotions manage them. They understand that fear and doubt are part of the human experience, but they refuse to let them dictate their actions. That's where their strength lies, in their ability to move forward, even when they're scared. Creating good times isn't just about achieving goals or reaching milestones. It's about the journey, the process, the person you become along the way. Think about it, what's the point of success if you're not growing in the process? The real reward isn't the goal itself, it's the transformation that happens as you pursue it. It's the resilience you build, the lessons you learn, the strength you gain. That's what makes the journey worthwhile. And here's something else to remember: strong people don't do it alone. They surround themselves with others who lift them up, who challenge them and who remind them of their potential when they forget. They understand the power of community, of connection, of being part of something bigger than themselves. Because when you're surrounded by people who believe in you, who push you to be better, you become stronger than you ever thought possible. But let's talk about the flip side of this, what happens when you surround yourself with negativity, with people who drain your energy, who tell you that you can't do it. Those people will pull you down if you let them. They'll feed your doubts and amplify your fears. That's why it's so important to be intentional about who you spend your time with. Strong people guard their energy. They set boundaries. They protect their mindset because they know that their mindset is their greatest asset. Your mindset is the foundation of everything. It's what determines how you respond to challenges, how you view setbacks, and how you approach opportunities. A strong mindset doesn't just happen, it's cultivated. It's built through daily habits, through the books you read, the conversations you have, the thoughts you allow to take root in your mind. If you want to create good times, you have to start with your mindset. Because once you master your mindset, you can master anything. Let me ask you this, what's holding you back right now? What's the story you've been telling yourself about why you can't have the life you want? Maybe it's fear of failure. Maybe it's the belief that you're not good enough, smart enough, or talented enough. Whatever it is, I want you to challenge that story. Because here's the truth, the only limits that exist are the ones you place on yourself. When you decide to rewrite your story, when you choose to believe in your potential, everything changes. Strong people don't let their past define them. They don't dwell on their mistakes or let regret hold them hostage. They use their past as a teacher, as a source of wisdom and strength. They understand that every experience, no matter how painful, has shaped them into who they are today. And they choose to focus on the future they're creating, not the mistakes they've made. Now let's talk about resilience. Resilience is one of the most important qualities a person can have. It's the ability to bounce back from setbacks, to keep going when life knocks you down. Resilience isn't something you're born with, it's something you develop. It's like a muscle that grows stronger every time you use it. And the way you build resilience is by facing challenges head on, by refusing to give up when things get hard, and by choosing to see setbacks as setups for comebacks. Strong people are resilient because they've learned to trust themselves. They've learned that no matter what happens, they have the strength to handle it. And that trust in themselves is what gives them the courage to take risks, to chase their dreams, and to create the good times they desire. Because when you trust yourself, when you know that you have what it takes to overcome anything, there's nothing you can't do. Creating good times isn't just about you, it's about the impact you have on others. When you're strong, when you're living in alignment with your values and your purpose, you inspire others to do the same. You become a light in a world that can sometimes feel dark. You show others what's possible, and you give them the courage to step into their own strength. That's the ripple effect of strength. It doesn't just change your life, it changes the lives of everyone you touch. And let's not forget about the importance of gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful force that can transform your perspective in your life. Strong people practice gratitude daily. They focus on what they have, not what they lack. They find joy in the little things and the moments that others might overlook, because they know that gratitude attracts abundance. When you're grateful for what you have, you open the door for more good things to come into your life. If you're sitting here today wondering how to start, let me tell you, it starts with one step, one decision, one action. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have to know exactly how you're going to get to where you want to be. All you need to do is take the first step. and then the next, and then the next, because every step you take, no matter how small, is a step closer to the life you want. Strength isn't about never feeling weak. It's about feeling weak and choosing to rise anyway. It's about acknowledging your fears and doubts and taking action despite them. It's about refusing to settle for a life that's less than what you're capable of. You were not put on this earth to be average. You were put here to be extraordinary, to create, to grow, to contribute, and to live a life that inspires others. The world needs strong people now more than ever. It needs people who are willing to step up, to lead, and to create good times, not just for themselves, but for others. And that can be you. It starts with a decision to stop waiting for good times to find you and to start creating them yourself. Because the truth is, the power has always been in your hands. So I'll leave you with this: you are stronger than you think. You are capable of more than you know. And you have everything you need within you to create the life you've been dreaming of. The only question is, are you ready to step into your strength? Are you ready to create the good times you deserve? If the answer is yes, then there's nothing that can stop you. Because strong people don't wait for good times, they create them. And so can you. So here we are at the edge of a choice. Everything I've shared with you comes down to this moment. Will you let life happen to you, or will you happen to life? Will you stand still, or will you step forward and claim the strength that's already within you? Because here's the truth: you are capable of more than you've ever imagined. The power to create good times, to transform your world, to inspire others is already yours. It always has been. You just have to decide to use it. Remember this: strong people don't wait for perfect conditions or ideal moments. They take action, even when it's hard. They find gratitude in the struggle and meaning in the challenge. They don't let fear stop them because they know the reward is worth the risk. And most importantly, they lead with love, resilience, and purpose, leaving a legacy that reaches far beyond their own lives. You have everything you need to be that person, to be the one who rises, who perseveres, and who builds something extraordinary, not just for yourself, but for the people you love and the world around you. It's not about being fearless. It's about being brave enough to take the first step, to trusting your ability to figure it out, and to keep moving forward no matter what. This is your moment. This is your time. Don't wait for someone else to hand you the good times you deserve. Create them. Live them. Be the strong, unstoppable force that you were always meant to be. And as you do, remember that every step you take, every challenge you overcome, is not just shaping your life, it's shaping the lives of everyone you touch. So go out there and make it happen. Be the strong person who creates good times, not someday, not when it's convenient, but starting right now. Because you can, and because the world needs you too.